Sanders and Latimer. So
Yeah,
look for the
Julius
Denver
Thomas.
Broncos to win this game at home.
We got it.
I like the
Colts
defense.
and the Bills are up next. Bills looking to end the NFL's longest playoff drought, 16 years.
I know everybody's on the Colts to go to the Super Bowl. I am not. I think this is a tough spot for Andrew Luck. Defense is going to be coming at him every which way. You know, Rex Ryan loves the blitz. I think Rex gets his first victory in front of 80,000 screaming lunatics up there.
We talked about Frank Gore coming to them this year. I think it gives them balance. They got too many weapons right now on the outside. I like the Indianapolis Colts.
Right.
Seahawks, Rams. Seahawks looking to become the first team since the Buffalo Bills to reach 3 straight Super Bowls.
You know, I like Jimmy Graham, right? I mean, with seeing him in a Seattle Seahawk uniform.
Yes, that's a storyline. We both like Seattle.
And I love Fred Jackson going back there right now with Marshawn Lynch, that combination. I like him over now.
I do. I get to not take Nick Foles against the Seahawks right now, no.
Top 2 draft picks, of course, this will be the case with the Titans at the Buccaneers.
I'm going to take Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers. I think this is, a big player waiting to happen. I think they will protect him against Ray Horton and Dick LeBeau and all those blitzes. Keep it simple. Let the kid show you his arm.
And I like Marcus Mariota in this game because I think he can do a lot of things with his feet. And you're right. There's going to be a lot of blitzing coming from the Tennessee Titans.
Now, Boomer said earlier that he thought Jameis would be holding the ball too long. Huh?
No, but they're going to simplify it for him. He's going to be fine. Okay. Super Bowl picks.
Super Bowl pick. Well, you know what? Last year I picked the Seattle Seahawks to get to the Super Bowl. I was correct. And I'm going to pick them again. Okay? But the other team that I know none of you guys are thinking about, I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are going to the Super Bowl this year.
Wrong. I'm the champ. I'm the champ for a reason. I tell you what, the Dallas Cowboys, they paid attention on the other side of the ball. Defense, Greg Harding, Randy Gregory, Sean Lee. They get it done against Denver.
You know, listen, everybody's forgetting about the Green Bay Packers. Because Jordy Nelson got hurt, I can understand that. Aaron Rodgers has taken his team to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be Peyton Manning and the Denver
Broncos. I think it's absolutely ridiculous for picking Super Bowl winners before the first game. But if I have to pick one, I'm going to say New England Patriots. I like what I saw from them, and I like the Philadelphia Eagles, and I said that earlier.
I was so hoping you would say that, Coach. All right, folks.
Joke.
And don't forget to follow along and see all of our weekly picks. Go to cbssports.com/picks. Hey, kickoff is only a few minutes away, but right now, let's give a listen to our guy, Tony's guy, J.J. Watt, leading the squad.
Let's go out there today and put all that together. This 53, this brotherhood right here. Let's lay it all on the line and go get damn W. Let's go. Nobody comes into our house. Texas on 3. 1, 2, 3, Texas.
At Southwest, we're trying to decide whether or not to have a sale. Heads we don't, tails we do. And tails it is. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com. With fares this low, you might get flagged for excessive celebration. Southwest is having a sale. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yeah, definitely. Well, here's our card. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
What? Oh, get out
No way.
of here. Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code HORSECOLLAR.
We need to replace the microwave cooking device.
Oh, this will cost mass quantities. Commence the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Bildar, how can I help?
Brent Allen, did we receive savings from our discount double check?
Oh, yeah, a bunch.
This pleases me.
Wait, we're in space. I thought you guys were from France.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there in France. See? France.
Oui.
Save mass quantities with a State Farm discount double check.
Feels good. I'm 7-0 this season.
You auto-drafted. You haven't been a trade all year.
Julio, yeah, he's got a good matchup this week. We're teammates.
You said it was a good trade.
He got 21 points from his kicker.
You're 4-5.
I'm just peaking at the right time.
That's not peaking.
Without NFL.com fantasy football, what would friends talk about?
I switched to a higher SPF sunscreen.
That's cool.
Bumped it up to 50.
NFL.com Fantasy Football. It's fun, it's free, it's easy.
The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest Airlines.
And welcome back, everyone. Now, as we get close to kickoff between the Browns and the Jets, every team gets one more chance to set their lineups as we huddle up, presented by FanDuel. We now take you out live to East Rutherford with our announcers Greg Gumbel and Trent Green. Gentlemen.
Thank you. Here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, two teams with disappointing seasons a year ago have retooled and are looking for better times in 2015. The Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Hi, everyone, and welcome to MetLife Stadium. I'm Greg Gumbel. Look who survived the summer months, my partner, Trent Green. You have fun?
It was a lot of fun, but I'm glad we're back to football.
Let's talk about who had an interesting summer, and that would be the New York Jets. For starters, take a look at what happened with the Jets over the summer. Owner Woody Hayes and new GM Mike McCown, Woody Johnson, made the highly respected Todd Bowles the new head coach. They brought the great cornerback Darrelle Revis home, added Brandon Marshall at wide receiver, and many feel they grabbed the best football player in the draft in D lineman Leonard Williams. Some problems? You bet. Lineman Sheldon Richardson suspended for substance abuse for 4 games, made it worse with various traffic violations, and then starting quarterback Geno Smith got a busted jaw in a locker room squabble, which made Ryan Fitzpatrick the Jets starting quarterback.
And Ryan Fitzpatrick is a good fit for what the Jets want to do offensively. You have to remember, new offensive coordinator Chan Gailey and Ryan Fitzpatrick worked together for 3 years in Buffalo. During those 3 seasons, Ryan Fitzpatrick had over 3,000 yards and no fewer than 23 touchdown passes per year.
One of the guys Ryan Fitzpatrick will be throwing to you. Let's huddle up with FanDuel and take a look at Brandon Marshall.
Well, Brandon Marshall brings a presence to the field. Not only his size, a 6'4" wide receiver, but he brings 773 receptions, nearly 10,000 yards receiving to the Jets. But not only did they add on the offensive side of the ball, they needed help in the secondary on the defensive side. As you said, bringing back Darrelle Revis, Antonio Cromartie, 2 perennial Pro Bowlers to help lock down a defensive passing game that struggled creating turnovers a year ago.
So defense, the key for the New York Jets this season. You could say the same for the Cleveland Browns. They had a decent defense a year ago, and it's gotten a bit stronger.
It has gotten stronger, and you look at the secondary. Of their secondary, 3 of the defensive backs went to the Pro Bowl last year. The Cleveland Browns were second in the National Football League in interceptions. They go out and they bring a Tramon Williams, a former Pro Bowler himself, from Green Bay to come in and shore that secondary up even more.
Any of that is good news for a quarterback, and you know the Browns starter, Josh McCown, likes it.
Well, Josh McCown, after a down year in Tampa Bay a year ago, he comes in feeling very comfortable about what new offensive coordinator John DeFilippo wants to do. He want to move him around. He's not going to just stand in the pocket and go through progressions. They want to move him around, use some of the weapons on the outside, and find those mismatches in the middle of the field.
They are absolutely hysterical here in New York as the Jets players are being introduced. Meanwhile, for week 1 of this brand new season, the Home Depot tools for success.
Well, first for the Cleveland Browns, Joe Hayden is entering his 6th season in the National Football League with back-to-back Pro Bowls. He has the task of keeping Brandon Marshall in check. And for the Jets on the other side of the ball, they have one of the best defensive fronts in football. They went out and drafted Leonard Williams, who many thought is the best defensive player in the draft. Today, he'll have the task of going up against 8-time Pro Bowler Joe Thomas. Also for the Jets, this is a team that wants to run the football. So look for Chris Ivory to get many carries early on. And for Cleveland offensive line, the anchor in the middle is back. Center Alex Mack is returning from last season's injury.
Well, the Cleveland Browns just don't do very well in openers. They have dropped an NFL record 10 in a row, but guess what? They're 3-0 when they meet the New York Jets in the first game of the season. It's the Browns and the Jets and more of the NFL on CBS coming your way after this message and a word from your local station.
The
New comedy Life in Pieces premieres after The Big Bang Theory Monday, September 21st.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than 1,000,000 years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
You're not American. Who do you work for now?
I go where I'm set.
Get your weapon out.
He works for anyone who will turn him loose.
Don't ever point a weapon at me again.
Sicario, rated R. Starts everywhere October 2nd.
Ventressure will not suffer lawlessness.
We both know there's nothing more dangerous than a Welshman who has nothing to lose.
This is my fight. I've no plan but vengeance.
Who are you?
Punisher by trade.
Welcome, Executioner.
The Bastard Executioner. Series premiere Tuesday at 10 on FX.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
As the season shifts, change is on its way. And with change comes opportunity. It's up to you to seize it. This autumn, find your opportunity at Cadillac, the 2015 Cadillac ATS. Get this low mileage lease from around $269 per month or purchase with 0% APR financing.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
It's the NFL on CBS. The Browns at the Jets in the long-awaited season opener. Cleveland coach Mike Pettin is trying to spoil the debut of the Jets' Todd Bowles. Today's game being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. Kickoff is next.
Presenting Subway Fresh Buzz. Subway, the official training restaurant of athletes everywhere. The Titans visit the Buccaneers today in a showdown between quarterbacks who were the top two players in this year's draft. Tampa Bay selected Jameis Winston first overall, while Tennessee chose Marcus Mariota. Both have veteran receivers, like the Titans' Kendall Wright and the Bucs' Vincent Jackson, as well as athletic ability that can help them get their teams on winning tracks.
What makes a Subway footlong the biggest, bestest sandwich on earth? You do. Because it's all about choice. Your choice. Of freshly baked bread, tender meats, melty cheeses, savory sauces, and your favorite vibrant, colorful veggies. The handcrafted Subway footlong. Nothing bigger, nothing better. In the end, the wrapper may say Subway, but it's got your name all over it. Subway. Eat fresh.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Back at MetLife Stadium, it is a beautiful day here in the New York area. 78 degrees and the sun is shining. Also shining for us down on the sideline is Jamie Erdahl. Jamie.
Oh, thank you, Greg. Well, Todd Bowles may be new to the Jets sideline as their head coach, but this is familiar territory for him. A native of Elizabeth, New Jersey, just 15 miles away from the stadium. Bowles also had a reputation that preceded him. Jets quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick called Carson Palmer, Cardinals quarterback, who overlapped with Bowles the last 2 seasons in Arizona. Palmer told him this is the kind of coach that does not demand respect. He commands it just by his presence. We heard that a lot from several Jets players this week, including Brandon Marshall, who also shared he felt like Bowles is a mix between Bill Parcells and Lovie Smith.
Jamie, thank you. That's quite the mix, isn't it?
That's pretty good, and we just saw the Jets are going to get the ball here first.
The Browns won the toss, and they will defer. And what did Mike Pettin say? Mike Pettin said that there's no way ever that he's ever going to win the toss and not take the ball in the second half.
You know, it's interesting when you talk to the defensive-minded head coaches, that tends to be their philosophy, but it has a little bit more family history with him, so it was good to see that come out of him in the meeting last night.
So the Jets will get to show off what they have on offense first. Our referee today is Jerome Boger. And the Cleveland Browns. How do you like the Browns unis this year?
You know, it's maybe a little bit brighter orange than what I would like, but I like the changes with the jersey. I like the stripes up top. I think that looks good. But yeah, they tend to go a little brighter than what I would.
That is a lot of orange out there. A lot of orange. That's Travis Coons.
You know what that's setting up, don't you? That's, at some point in time this season, they're going to go all orange.
Sure. And we'll all go blind. In his first year out of Washington, deep is Chris Owusu, number 17 in his 4th season out of Stanford. And the Jets fans, from the time we walked in here, Jets were all fired up.
They were fired up in the stadium, but even in the parking lot, driving in here, everybody got here early. Beautiful day here in New York, and everybody wanted to get out early, do some tailgating, and they're fired up. You can hear them in the background with their Jets chants going already.
Here we go. Coons to kick it away. And for these two teams, 2015 is underway. And this will sail into the end zone for the touchback, and the Jets will start from their own 20-yard line. And that means quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's been around St. Louis, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Tennessee, and Houston, where last year Trent, he threw for 17 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Well, he had a great completion percentage when he was down in Houston, but this is a little bit more familiar territory with him because of that background with Chan Gailey and what he likes to do from a protection standpoint, the way he likes to throw the football around the field. I think this is a good fit, and Jet fans are going to be happy with this.
Chris Ivory in the backfield. And on first down, it is Ivory. And Ivory looking to break into the outside. Crosses the line of scrimmage and is out of bounds for a pickup of about 3 on the play. Joe Hayden forcing him out right in the middle of a veteran offensive line is 6-time Pro Bowl center Nick Mangold in his 10th year from Ohio State. And a lot of eyes and a lot of New York hopes riding on wide receiver Brandon Marshall, who teams with Eric Decker to cause more than a little concern for opposing cornerbacks. Ivory again lined up behind Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 7. Again. Out to about the 27 or maybe the 26. It looks like it'll be 3rd and 4. Craig Robertson, Dante Whitner coming up to make the tackle. The Browns 3-4 defense and a rookie in the middle of the D-line there. First-round pick Danny Shelton, the 12th overall player selected out of Washington. The linebackers, Solomon, Dansby, Kirksey, and Paul Kruger. He had 11 to lead the team last year, 11 sacks, and a tough secondary that has Pro Bowl performers across the board. Joe Hayden on one side and the veteran Tremont Williams holding down the other. Bilal Powell into the Jets backfield on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick with time, throwing over the middle. He's got his man across the 45 and out to midfield. Eric Decker for a first down.
So much attention this offseason was brought to the acquisition of Brandon Marshall coming in. People forget that Eric Decker led this team in receiving a year ago, receiving yards and receptions. Good clear out in the middle of the field. Decker coming over from left to right. Fitzpatrick with an accurate throw.
22-yard pickup and a first down. A yard shy of midfield. This is Ivory. And Ivory, maybe a yard, maybe not. Randy Starks, the former Miami Dolphin, making that tackle.
Well, that's one of the new additions for the Cleveland Browns. You mentioned drafting first-round pick Danny Shelton out of Washington to anchor the middle, but Randy Starks coming over as another addition to that defensive line. This is a Cleveland defense that was last in the National Football League in stopping the run a year ago. You can see 3 of the first 4 plays for the Jets have been rushing attempts.
Fitzpatrick, and the quick slant. That's complete to Chris Owusu. And a pickup of maybe 5 on the play. Looks like 3rd and 5.
Well, Owusu is a young receiver that they're excited about. A 6'2", 200-pound receiver that has a good dimension of speed that adds that vertical stretch. But they've been real happy with his progress during training camp, and they expect him to have an impact this season.
The Jets spread the field with 5 wide receivers on 3rd and 5. Fitzpatrick going to go deep, far side. It is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall is going to be in the slot. And the Browns had talked to us when Brandon Marshall lines up in the slot, they're going to attempt to double team him. When he's one-on-one on the outsides, that's when you'll see those matchups with he and Joe Hayden. But when you get him in the slot, they realize that's what the Jets want to do with him, is get him the football from the slot. So that's why they'll double him. Nice throw by Fitzpatrick, dropping it in there. Even better job by the Cleveland defense knocking it out.
Ryan Quigley kicking it away to Travis Benjamin, who calls for the fair catch and makes it inside his 10-yard line. 11:36 to play here in the first quarter, and Josh McCown will get his hands on the football when we come back.
At Southwest, we're trying to decide whether or not to have a sale. Heads we don't, tails we do. And tails it is. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com. With fares this low, you might get flagged for excessive celebration. Southwest is having a sale. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
Start the interview with a firm handshake. I know! Don't do that! Try Head & Shoulders Instant Relief. It cools on contact and also keeps you 100% flake-free. Try Head & Shoulders Instant Relief for cooling relief in a snap.
Nexium 24-hour. It's the purple pill, the #1 prescribed acid-blocking brand, available without a prescription for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection. Nexium Level Protection.
It's the final countdown. The final countdown.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You're up to something. Eddie's gonna want some answers. Bring him in by force if necessary.
He is completely off the grid.
Why don't you know the facts?
You step off.
Don't even think about it. The season premiere of NCIS LA, Monday, September 21st.
Welcome back, everyone. The Cleveland Browns starting at about their own 9-yard line. And Jet fans already up in the end zone. The rookie, Duke Johnson Jr., is in the backfield with McCown on first down. McCown dancing around and going to go deep. Incomplete. Through the arms of his tight end, Jim Dre.
And Calvin Pryor was in coverage for the Jets. He lost location of the ball as he's trailing Dre. It's a difficult catch, but one that you'd like to see Dre make when it hits him in both hands.
13-year veteran Josh McCown, the starter, named the starter early on by Mike Pettin, and he is the guy at quarterback. 2nd and 10. The give is to Crowell, and Crowell runs into heavy-duty traffic at the line of scrimmage, led by the rookie Leonard Williams. Offensive line, 8 seasons, 8 Pro Bowls. Left tackle Joe Thomas as consistently great as there is at his position. And second-year running back Crowell being counted on to lead the Cleveland ground game. He had 8 rushing touchdowns a season ago. Third and 9. McCown on the move. Across the 15 and hits hard, but appears to have a first down at about the 20-yard line. Darrelle Revis coming up from the cornerback spot.
As McCown was scrambling in the pocket and keeping his eyes upfield, you'll see as he evades to the right, he takes off running. He points out where he wants Crowell to come up and block. Forgetting about Revis, he needs to get his shoulders down, protect himself a little bit better.
That's Scott Solomon, 4th-year linebacker out of Rice, number 54, being carted off the field. We'll check on his situation. Meanwhile, a new set of downs for McCown, and we are at 9:55 to play here in the first. Crowell. On defense for the Jets, first-round draft pick Leonard Williams, who will get a chance to shine, the 2-time All-American from USC. When a tackle is made, chances are David Harris will be in on it. The Jets linebacker has led the team in tackles 7 of his 8 seasons. And headlining that rebuilt Jets secondary is the superb cornerback Darrelle Revis. Jets fans welcome number 24 back with hope in arms. 2nd and 9. And we get a whistle. And Jerome Boger in on the consultation.
Please reset the play clock to 10 seconds. The officials thought that New York was calling a timeout, but they were just doing hand signals. No timeout on the play. 2nd down.
Well, the officials mistakenly thought the New York Jets were calling a timeout. They did not. So it's 2nd and 9. McCown with lots of time now throws it over the middle and across the 25, about the 27-yard line, to Malcolm Johnson out of the backfield. David Harris and Calvin Pace making the tackle, which brings us to 3rd and 2. We come up on 8:45 to play in the first.
Well, and with the defensive front that the Jets have, they have the luxury sometimes only rushing 3 defenders and dropping guys into coverage. That time, Josh McCown had plenty of time to scan the field, looking sideline to sideline before hitting his check down to put this into a much more manageable 3rd down.
Kind of surprising that Josh McCown is getting the time that he's getting.
It has been, you know, and that's where right now when you're only rushing that many people, the offensive line for Cleveland is holding up.
Play clock down to 2, down to 1. They got the snap off, and McCown throws sideline, and it is complete and out of bounds close to the 40-yard line is Taylor Gabriel for a first down.
Well, that time the Jets decided to bring pressure and lock down in man-to-man coverage in the backfield. Taylor Gabriel, young receiver, they said they weren't going to shy away from Revis. Josh McCown said if we have to take our chances, we will. You can see there Gabriel with a very good route, setting up Revis with that inside move out of the slot, taking it to the boundary with an accurate throw, picking up the first down.
First down, Cleveland at the Browns' 40-yard line. This is Crowell. Crowell out of bounds, a pickup of about 3. Will make it 2nd and 7. Hey, never miss a moment of football action with the CBS Sports app. Every play, every story, and every highlight right as it happens. Download the CBS Sports app now. McCown on 2nd and 7. This is Crowell again. Crowell with running room up the middle. Across the 45, spinning out to the 48-yard line. Looks to be about a yard short of a first down. Calvin Pryor, the second-year safety, up to make the tackle.
And when talking to the Browns, you hear them talk about how we want to establish the run. We want to run the football, and you think to yourself, well, wait a second, this Jet defense, they're really good at stopping the run. But you can see the consistency with what Cleveland is doing in terms of their play calling. They're pounding this ball.
On short yardage, McCown with the keeper, and appears to have enough for the first down. Were you just thrilled to death as a quarterback when they said, okay, sneak it?
Not when you see those big bodies that the Jets have at the defensive line. I was pretty good with my offensive line, though. There was some good crew there. You can see the push they get in the center there. As we mentioned, Alex Mack coming back off of that injury, pushing the pile there in the middle, and that's right where Josh McCown followed.
Once again, the rookie, Duke Johnson Jr. A little sidearm pass complete across midfield and into Jets territory is tight end Gary Barnidge.
Quentin Coples will be coming up the field here on McCown. See how he gets his body around and has to drop his arm and do a little sidearm.
Nice little makeshift pass by McCown.
Sometimes you just have to make it up.
2nd and 8, the 11th play of this drive. And now Duke Johnson in the slot to the near side. McCown saw the rush coming, got rid of it, and inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line is Malcolm Johnson.
Jets decide to bring pressure this time, coming off the right side. McCown's aware of what's going on and gets to his hot receiver. You see him going out to the flat. You see the pressure that's going to be coming here. That's good understanding that Josh McCown has of the protection, knowing that he doesn't have anybody picking those bodies up, and he knows where to go with the ball quickly.
Cleveland Browns dead last in the NFL a season ago today. 3 out of 3 on 3rd down. Looking at a 3rd and 2. Pulled it down twice. Now on the move and throws sideline, and it's complete. Inside the 25. Diving for the 20-yard line is Gary Barnidge, the tight end, and that's another Cleveland first down.
Good poise and presence by McCown once again. The Jets only rushed 4, dropped 7 into coverage. They're able to get some initial pressure on him as he flushes through the pocket, keeping his eyes up the field. I don't know if people necessarily would have thought that was the matchup you would go to with Barnidge there, but Barnidge does a nice job of stopping on the sideline and bringing in the first down.
First down from the 21-yard line. This is Drone, Sean Drone, for about 3. The word from the Cleveland sideline is linebacker Scott Solomon has suffered an ankle injury. And for more, let's go down to Jamie.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, Greg. We saw him carted off. The team doesn't want to say much more, but his return is questionable to this game.
Thank you, Jamie. 2nd and 6.
This is usually the part of the field where teams like to take a shot to the end zone. The closer you get to the end zone, things are kind of restricted down there. So now you got a little bit of space. If you're going to take a shot, this is an area a lot of teams like to do it.
Crowell. Nothing doing on the left side.
Lee J. Douzable was early on that snap, jumping the count.
Penalty marker down on the far side of the field.
Offside. Defense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
So Leger Douzable is the guilty party.
See Douzable right there. He's the one coming on the early, anticipating the snap count, gets across the line early.
That moves the ball to the New York Jet 12-yard line and gives McCown a 2nd and 1. 14th play of this drive for the Cleveland Browns. Crowell straight ahead for a first down inside the 10 to about the 9. And it'll be 1st and goal. Calvin Pryor up once again from his safety position to make the hit.
Good counter play by the Browns that time, kicking out. John Greco pulling from his right guard position, kicking out the defensive end.
This has been a 9-minute drive for the Cleveland Browns. We have 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. Crowell, the lone back behind McCown. And movement up front. And this might have been John Greco. McCown, corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for tight end Rob Hausler and covered by Calvin Pryor.
The Browns have utilized 3 different tight ends. Hausler this time trying to take it to the corner of the end zone, battling against Pryor. We saw the completion earlier that Pryor, or the attempt earlier to Dre going against Pryor. So that may be a matchup that we have to keep an eye on. The tight ends against the safeties and the running backs against the linebackers in the middle of the field.
2nd and goal. Short pass is incomplete. Drone out of the backfield. The running back situation in Cleveland has been in a little bit of disarray all camp long.
Yeah, you think this is going to be a competition between Crowell and Terrence West. They end up trading away Terrence West before the season starts. Duke Johnson ends up getting a concussion, was just cleared this week to play today. And then, as you mentioned, Sean Drone moved up from the practice squad to the active roster. So there has been some shuffling going on.
3rd and goal. The Browns 4 out of 4 on 3rd down conversions so far. McCown on the move, 10, 5, diving, lost the football, recovered in the end zone by the Jets. It is for the touchback. Antonio Cromartie covered the loose ball. And we have penalty markers down on the field. With a little pushing and shoving after the whistle.
What was a great drive for the Cleveland Browns, converting 3rd downs, moving the ball, time of possession, everything.
The rule on the field is that the quarterback fumbled the ball prior to going into the end zone, where it was recovered by the Jets for a touchback. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 55. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the 20-yard line.
So Alex Mack is guilty of the personal foul.
And you have to like the effort that Josh McCown gives. He's scrambling up the middle, attempting to get into the end zone, break the plane. The ball is clearly out before he crosses the plane.
Überlegene Technik. Konkurrenzlose Leistung. Ein Auto würdig der Autobahn. Einen Moment. Das ist nicht die Autobahn. Das ist Detroit.
Performance is now an American thing. The new 2016 Chrysler 200, America's import.
We call ourselves the Freedom Hikers.
The Turtle Cove Fin Club.
The Team Jet Runners. What we do is fun.
But so is what comes next.
In fact, what originally brought us together
isn't the only thing that keeps us coming back.
For friends who come together to reach for better, we brew a superior tasting light beer with fewer carbs and calories. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
So you're into fantasy football? Then you gotta check out these new one-week leagues on FanDuel.com. Check out Chris Prince. He's won over $762 grand on FanDuel. There's no season-long commitment, and with brand new leagues every week, you can pick a new team any week and get immediate cash payouts. And look, FanDuel is going to pay out over $2 billion this year. You've got to get your share. And right now, for every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200. Just go to FanDuel.com right now and enter promo code PARITY.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. FanDuel, the leader in one-week fantasy football. And by Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
As McCown is getting close to the end zone here, he decides to dive for it. Calvin Pryor is the one that initially makes that hit, knocks the ball loose, and Demario Davis puts that second hit on him, but the ball clearly comes out.
So here are the Jets now from the 35, and this is Chris Ivory right side, and bumped out of bounds across the 45 at the 46-yard line.
Once again, McCown going for the end zone, tucks it away. You see Pryor come in and knock that ball loose. We're going to have to keep an eye on Josh McCown, make sure he's okay after taking a big hit. Not only the hit, but the way he lands right on his face mask.
So a first down for the Jets at their own 46-yard line. 1:10 to play in the first quarter. There is Josh McCown being tended to. This is Ivory. And Ivory to about the 48.
Well, and this is part of the new protocol also. You have the independent neurotrauma specialist that is on each sideline, and if they take a look and decide they want to take him in to do more evaluation, then they can. That's completely independent from the team. So the Browns have no say on this. Josh has no say on this. They're taking him for more evaluation.
Any possibility of a head injury, they're going to take him off the field and take a look. We are down to 30 seconds to play here in the first. Ivory. No place to go. Cuts it back. Still breaking tackles and brought down. At about the original line of scrimmage, he might have gained a yard. Armonte Bryant with the tackle. And that appears that will be the final play of the opening quarter. We come to the end of one. We're scoreless.
I've never seen a player challenge Serena the way she did. Matched her.
Play beat.
I use Twitter for a lot of things. Inspiring my teammates.
Thanks, Sherman. That guy.
Connecting with the fans. And now, ordering Domino's. Sweet.
Now you can use a tweet to order Domino's.
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat, or exotic open pore wood, or refined chrome accents. It's the places it will take you. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
This time, it ain't just about being fast. The ultimate way to experience. Hell yeah! The best Fast and Furious. Watch it! Is on Blu-ray High Def.
What's up now?
Woo! Furious 7 Extended Edition. Own it on Blu-ray this Tuesday.
I'm back.
William Peterson returns. The final CSI. CBS September 27.
Johnny Manziel has been warming up on the sideline. He is the backup quarterback, and it's because of this, Trent.
Watch the intensity on Josh McCown's face as he determines he's going to go for the end zone. But from the right side of your screen, you'll see Davis come in, and that blow to the left side of Josh McCown's helmet is ultimately why he's taken to the locker room for further evaluation for a concussion.
Anything further, we'll bring it to you. Meanwhile, the Jets. A movement up front, contact, penalty markers. have a full-scale conference. Are we still in preseason mode?
The Browns were clearly in the neutral zone. Paul Kruger on the far side definitely was, but they have flags on both sidelines, so.
And clearly a difference of opinion.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 99. Moving into the neutral zone early, causing a reaction by the offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
That was Paul Kruger. Reminder, never miss a moment of football action with the CBS Sports app. Every play, every story, every highlight, right as they happen. Download the CBS Sports app now. So still no time off the clock here to start the second quarter. 3rd and 2 for the Jets.
Hey, Mike, Wait, 80! Mike,
This is Ivory. And Ivory pushing for a first down, going to come up about a yard short. Let's go down to Jamie.
Greg, we do see Johnny Manziel warming up because Josh McCown was indeed taken to the locker room for an evaluation of a head injury or concussion. Someone came over to him and talked to him for a little bit, and he voluntarily walked in. He said, "I'm okay," to one of the guys, but of course, per protocol, he had to go in and get evaluated.
All right, Jamie, thank you. Meanwhile, on 4th and 1, the Jets with their offense on the field. And Cleveland wants a timeout. Timeout with 14:24 to play in the second quarter. Remember when we asked Todd Bowles if he's a chance taker?
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat, or exotic open pore wood, or refined chrome accents. It's the places it will take you. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm really high-voice Peyton Manning, and I have cable.
Only DirecTV lets you watch NFL Sunday Ticket games live on all your devices.
With cable, I can't do that. It's like...
I get to take all the games with me.
I sing with the Four Tunesmen. Downtown ladies sing this song, doo-dah.
Don't be like this, me. Get NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
This is about more than work. It's about growing a community. Every day, across the country, the highly skilled, highly trained members of the IBEW are committed to doing the job right, doing the job safe, and doing the job on time. Because while we might be experts in our field, we're also your friends and neighbors. IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
Catch the Hawaii Five-0 season premiere, CBS Friday, September 25th.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon. Watch live primetime games with NFL Mobile only on Verizon. And by the awarded, rewarding Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Look at a little bit of the Hoboken, New Jersey Italian festival. I don't see anything wrong in any picture. Here we go. 4th and 1. Bohannon straight ahead. And it is going to be, depending on where they spot the football, it's going to be close.
Going to depend on the spot here, Greg. I don't even know from a replay standpoint if they'll be able to, because there's a big pileup at the point of attack.
That line that you see on your screen is not official, but it's close. Didn't make it. Cleveland's defense holds at the 45-yard line, and the ball goes over. So that means the offense under Johnny Manziel will take over when we come back. 14:15 to play in the first half.
A better network, as explained by backup quarterback Luke McCown.
Verizon has backup generators for most of their towers, so they're ready if the power ever goes down. I wonder why they save those backups and not just put them in the regular rotation. I bet if they just had the chance, some of those backups would really shine.
No matter what happens, a reliable network has your back.
Marcia, what happened?
Peter hit me in the nose with a football.
No, sweetheart.
Shut up!
Marcia, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little hostile when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Marcia. Winning's important. You want to be a winner? You gotta bring it up deep down inside. We are Notre Dame.
A season with Notre Dame football. New series Tuesdays at 10, only on Showtime.
True luxury is not just a heated and cooled leather seat, or exotic open pore wood, or refined chrome accents. It's the places it will take you. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most luxurious vehicle in its class. The most awarded, rewarding SUV ever.
Whenever the wind chills below zero, we gotta play.
Who's all in?
You better love this game if you're playing in Merrill.
Football Town, a special 1-hour series premiere, September 22nd at 9 on NFL Network.
You are watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Todd Bowles went for it on 4th down. It didn't work. Browns take over at their own 44. He gave us to Crowell. Crowell losing yardage. Hit on the far side of the field by Damon Harrison, the nose tackle.
When you mentioned Greg, Johnny Manziel now in the game at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Missed the majority of the offseason because of that self-imposed rehab that he went through. So he missed a big chunk of that coming off your rookie year. That's an important time of study. And then in training camp, because of an elbow issue, missed a couple weeks as well. So just getting back up to speed this past week with practice. I know the Browns told us they were happy with his improvement and his approach.
But you wonder how prepared can he be?
How prepared can you be in that amount of time?
2nd and 13, Manziel in shotgun. Under pressure, throws and delivers across midfield. And inside the Jet 45 is Jim Dre, the tight end. Johnny Manziel's had a roller coaster college and NFL career. Dazzled with his arm and feet at Texas A&M, winning the Heisman in 2012. In his rookie season last year, he struggled. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions in 5 games.
That last play, the Jets decided to test him a little bit, bringing pressure, but he handled it well and got the ball off quickly to his hot throw.
This is Duke Johnson. And Johnson cuts it back and inside the 40 to the Jets' 38-yard line.
Johnson, the all-time leading rusher out of the University of Miami. You see his mobility and his vision to be able to cut back, have that patience, and get vertical up the field. The Browns were very high on him when we were talking with him last night.
See that little sly smile Mike Pettin gave when I asked if he's the real deal. He says he can do everything. His skill set is tremendous. 2nd and 4. The pitch for Johnson. Tried to cut back that time, and it looks like he may have lost a yard. Muhammad Wilkerson with the tackle. Jamie.
Josh McCown is officially out with a concussion for the Cleveland Browns, so we will see Johnny Manziel the rest of this game. Greg, remember what Josh McCown told us. He has been working with Johnny Manziel in his preparation week to week. He was essentially very happy with Johnny's feet. He said, watch them. He seems a lot more settled.
All right, Jamie, thank you. So Johnny Manziel is the guy. Right now, 3rd and 4. Penalty marker thrown. Manziel on the run, cuts it back and has running room. 20, sliding down to the 15-yard line. Let's check the flag.
Personal foul, chop block, offense, number 34. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, third down.
We talk about points of emphasis this time every year, Trent, and that was one from the NFL.
Well, and right here we're going to watch the running back as he comes up to make a chop block. You can see the rule is Crowell, when he comes up to make that block, you cannot be engaged. So the defensive lineman was still engaged with Alex Mack, and as Crowell comes up to make that block, you can't chop somebody when he's engaged at a different level. So it's more for protection of the defensive lineman.
22-yard dash by Manziel is nullified. It's 3rd and 19. Manziel going to go deep and got a man open, and he hit him inside the 20. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Benjamin.
Johnny Manziel comes out hot. Here's Travis Benjamin. He releases to the outside against Cromartie. Cromartie knows he has inside help. The inside help doesn't get there. Manziel with an accurate throw. Jarrett was that inside safety. Jaquan Jarrett was the inside safety that was trying to come over the top and help him. Great throw to Benjamin down that sideline. You can see Benjamin was trying to get an outside release and convert it over to an inside and found a way to split it.
The new extra point rules have this one being kicked from the 28-yard line. And we have whistles on the field. It'll count.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 72 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
It won't count. The Browns were walking off the field as if it was a given. Instead, it'll back them up. So this will be a 38-yard point after touchdown. There's another look at Johnny Manziel's first career TD pass.
Once again, Benjamin gets an outside release on Cromartie. Cromartie is fading to the outside, realizing he has inside help or thinking he has inside help. So Benjamin takes that route inside, and Manziel puts him right in stride.
So Travis Coons for the extra point from 38 yards out. And it's good. 11:01 to play. And the Browns are on the board first, and now we have a penalty marker down.
Replay the try.
Well, I think it's safe to say, Greg, that coming into this game, we knew we were going to have some long extra points, but now we have the NFL's longest extra point
ever
in history.
Ever.
Attempt, I should say. He hasn't made it yet. It's the longest extra point attempt in history.
So this is from 38-yard line. A 48-yard extra point on its way. Well, it's good so far.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Don't go to commercial yet. Let's wait and see.
No penalties, no nothing. A 48-yard point after. And the Cleveland Browns with a 7-0 lead.
Jet.com is here, the smart way to save on pretty much anything. It's the biggest thing in shopping since the internet.
Shopping in the web? Red.
Jet's bigger than credit cards.
And all you do is sign.
Cash registers.
Where's the money?
Sorcery. It's even bigger than the barter system.
So I'll just give you these pantaloons,
And I'd give you this tiny wooden lady. Introducing Jet.com, the biggest thing in shopping since shopping.
Hello.
At book club, they were asking me what you're doing now, Janice. Blogging.
Your blog is just pictures of you in a mirror.
It's called a fashion blog, Todd. Well, I've been helping people save money with Progressive's discounts. Flo, can you get Janice a job?
You should have stuck to softball. I was so much better at softball than Jan is dead.
Where's your wife, Todd?
Vacation.
Discounts like homeowners, multi-policy. I got a discount on this ham.
I've got the meat sweats. It's good ham, Diane.
Paperless discounts. Give it a rest, Flo.
Yeah, Flo, give it a rest, Flo.
Hello, residents. This is Angel Memorial.
Congratulations for learning from the best.
Stay focused. I can't do this. Yes, you can.
She's testing us, and I don't think I'm gonna pass that test.
Life is measured here in split seconds. Hesitate, and people die.
Johnny Manziel pressed into service due to the concussion to starting quarterback Josh McCown. Throws his first career touchdown pass to Travis Benjamin. And the Browns are on top 7-0. Chris Owusu is deep for the Jets. A 48-yard extra point. Is that what the founding fathers had in mind?
That's unheard of. But the thing is, he made about plenty of distance.
Owusu will not run this one out, and so they'll start from their own 20-yard line with 11:01 to play in the first half and a 7-0 Cleveland lead.
Two most significant events of the 20th century. The Allies win the war, and this.
What you make isn't supposed to be the best part of you when you're a father. That's what's supposed to be the best part of you.
Steve, it's time.
Steve Jobs, rated R, in select theaters October 9th.
This football season, we get anything we want. Any toppings, any specialty, any large Pizza Hut pizza for just $10.
If only this could last forever.
But it won't. Now until September 27th, bring home the flavor with a $10 any carryout deal. Only at Pizza Hut. Hut.
Where you were born says a lot about who you are. This place says cold and refreshing. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Boss, can you hear me?
He's crashing.
Time to dance, Agent Gibbs.
John Cryer comes to the NCIS season premiere. Then, get ready for even bigger cases in the Big Easy.
That's what I'm talking about.
The season premiere of NCIS New Orleans after NCIS, Tuesday, September 22nd.
7-0 Jets. You know, the high school football season opened in New Jersey here on Friday night as the Elizabeth Minutemen beat Watchung Hills 40-23. And Elizabeth, the alma mater of Jets head coach Todd Bowles, who graduated in '81 and played running back, tight end, defensive back for the team. In June, Bowles gave the commencement speech at graduation and had his jersey retired. Already a local hero.
You know, I don't know what I enjoyed more out of that high school picture. His bow tie, the size of his bow tie, or his hairstyle at the time. So,
Cleveland, 13 minutes, 13 seconds in time of possession compared to 5:46 for the New York Jets. From the 20. And Fitzpatrick hit as he got rid of it by Paul Kruger. And we have another penalty marker.
they had Hayden and Brandon Marshall one-on-one on the far side of the field. That's where the flag was thrown.
There is no foul for illegal contact. When the contact occurred, the quarterback was outside the pocket. Second down.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Your weekend starts here with Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. Peyton Manning and the Broncos take on Alex Smith and the Kansas City Chiefs right here on your home Super Bowl 50, CBS Sports. Second and 10. Fitzpatrick going to go deep for Decker. just overthrew him at the 35-yard line. Let's get an update from the guys in New York. Across the river, James Brown and Boomer Esiason.
What a way to end the quarter. Right at last play of the quarter, Tyrod Taylor, 51 yards to Percy Harvin, the former Jet, over the top of Darius Butler, 7-0 up there in Buffalo. If Johnny Manziel could do it, I could do it. That's what Tyrod Taylor said.
Greg Gumbel, Trent Green, and Jamie Erdahl.
Well, I knew that wasn't what Boomer Esiason said, not at his age, for Pete's sake. Boomer threw a few in his day.
He threw more than a few.
3rd and 10 for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he's going to loft one, and it is caught midfield inside the 40. Chris Owusu for a first down.
Owusu with the big catch up the field. He's lined up on the outside. They're just running an exchange route there. 3 different levels. When you have leveled passes as a quarterback, you're looking at those different levels, find out where the defensive backs are going. That time, the Browns jumped the underneath routes, leaving the open route over the top.
43-yard pickup. Play fake. Fitzpatrick looking deep, throwing, intercepted. Picked off inside the 20-yard line by Tashawn Gibson, and a loose ball. Let's see what the call is. The call is it'll belong to the Jets. Brandon Marshall covered it. Gibson says he was down.
Well, let's start with this. Gibson drops back. It looks like Marshall's going to be open on the side, and as he's bringing him down, Marshall rips it out of his arms.
You know, the fact that Gibson raises his hands to his helmet tells me that he thinks he turned it over.
Right here you can see Brandon Marshall rips the ball out. He has possession of it right there before Gibson hits the ground.
So if one turnover is reviewable, certainly 2 of them are. But Jerome Boger still standing midfield. Well, Jerome Boger says we're playing.
Well, he was looking to the sideline. It's automatically reviewed because of the turnover, but they must have decided he didn't have to come over and look at it himself. So,
does the second turnover negate the first one? That's strange. 1st and goal, Jets from the 9. Fitzpatrick for Ivory with a blocker. 5. Touchdown. Penalty marker thrown at the goal line.
They're going to get James Carpenter with a holding call. He's the left guard that pulls out in front of this screenplay.
Holding. Offense, number 15. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
They call it on Brandon Marshall.
They call it on Brandon Marshall. The screenplay is going to be coming to the outside here. You'll see Carpenter leak with Ivory, but Marshall's down here. You'll see Marshall down here in the end, and that's who they call the holding on right here in the end zone.
And that, for the moment, keeps the Jets off the board. Ivory inside the 5, now gets to the end zone for the touchdown. No flags.
Appears to be Dante Whitner. He's the one that's going to be coming up here as the run comes through the middle. Whitner's trying to come up and make the tackle. He just tries throwing a shoulder and an arm into it. Doesn't get wrapped up. Ivory with the spin move into the end zone. You get against big downhill running backs like that, you have to wrap up their legs. They'll find ways to rip through those arm tackles, or in that case was a shoulder tackle.
And the extra point attempt from 33 yards out is good. 9:41 to play in the first half, and the Jets tie it at 7-7.
Hi, I'm Andrew Luck, and I have DirecTV. And I'm Out of Control Beard Andrew Luck, and I have cable. Only NFL Sunday Ticket has the Fantasy Zone channel. It's all things fantasy, all in one place. With cable, I have to watch the game here and get fantasy stats here. Fantasy Zone takes you player to player live, so you see everything as it happens. I happen to not be wearing a shirt. Don't be like this me. Get NFL Sunday Ticket, only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Putting your finances in order. It's one of the best ways to start planning for retirement. At Voya, we can help you organize your savings and investments. So when the time comes, you'll have that orange money set aside for all the things you want to do. Like taking that road trip, volunteering, or simply spoiling your grandkids. Isn't that what it's all about? Start today, be ready tomorrow. Get organized at Voya.com.
Hey, honey.
You did it again.
What?
Yeah, where's the fence?
The fence is missing? What?
Where is it?
Baby, I had to. The fence worked great last week. We got on the Jumbotron. Let's go.
Just bring it back.
We're good. Let's go.
How much do we love football?
Go Cardinals.
You have no idea. Hyundai is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. McDonald's, teaming up with the NFL like never before. And by Voya Financial, changing the way you think of retirement.
Nice view of the Statue of Liberty on a beautiful day here in the New York area. 9:41 to play in the first half. Chris Ivory's touchdown run has pulled the Jets even at 7.
And that was the response the Jets needed. You mentioned at the start of that drive, it was been lopsided so far in the game. Over 13 minutes time of possession for the Browns, and leading into that drive, the Jets had only had the ball for a little over 5 minutes. So much needed for the Jets, and very timely that Brandon Marshall was able to rip that interception away and bring it back to the Jets.
Sean Drone in the end zone will not run this one back as it floats through the end zone for the touchback. While we have the opportunity, Week 1 continues later today on CBS and on Fox, and then tonight with Sunday Night Football on NBC, and tune in tomorrow for Monday Night Football doubleheader on ESPN. Well, let's see. We've seen Brandon drop a pass that we felt he should have held, and I'm sure Brandon feels he should have held onto it. Then he recovered. Oh, he had a takeaway. When does a wide receiver get a takeaway?
Right. Not very often. So that was a heads-up play on his part.
Johnny Manziel, touchdown pass to his credit so far today. The Browns from their own 20. And this is Crowell. Bull all the way back to the 15-yard line by Damon Harrison. Forward progress will be marked at the 18, so it'll be a loss of 2 in 2nd and 12.
And Damon Harrison, he'll get the penetration. Well, he's right there. 94 coming through the middle of the offensive line.
These Browns, we talked to them, talking to the Browns last night, to a man, they knew what they were up against as far as this Jet defensive front. 2nd and 12. Manziel gonna run it. Out of bounds at about the 23-24 line. Chased out of bounds by Calvin Pryor. And Antonio Cromartie is down on the far side of the field.
And even though starter Josh McCown is known to scramble, he doesn't have that same level of speed that Johnny Manziel does. So it adds another dimension for the Jets defense to deal with.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yep. Yeah, definitely. Well, here's our card. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
Oh, get out of here. Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code MIDDLE.
You listen good, because I'm only going to say this once.
Jimmy, when did you get out of Alcatraz?
That's nearly 10 years ago.
Wonderful to have you back in the neighborhood.
You're going to hear a lot of nasty things about me. It's pure fiction. Do not assume what you do not know.
Black Mass, rated R. Tickets now on sale. In theaters September 18th.
That's Antonio Cromartie, who has just helped, and he needed some help off to the sideline. Counted on to be a big, big part of this Jets secondary. Take a look at what happened.
There's Cromartie. Watch him as he's backpedaling here against Hawkins. It's a left knee right there. As he plants it in the ground, it almost hyperextends. So that's what they're taking a look at over on the Jets sideline.
Buster Screen, the ex-Cleveland Brown, onto the field in place of Cromartie on 3rd and 6. Manziel throwing, complete. First down, Cleveland across the 30 to Taylor Gabriel. And we have a penalty marker.
Holding. Offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
And that's the left guard, Joel Bitonio.
Well, Taylor Gabriel was the one that brought in that last reception against Rivas. And talking to McCown last night, he was saying that even though Andrew Hawkins led the team last year in receptions and yards, and they brought in Brian Hartline, it was Benjamin and Gabriel that were going to have an impact just because of their shiftiness and their ability with their route running to get open.
3rd and 16. Manziel needs the 30-yard line for a first down. The give is to Johnson. And Johnson tackled just as he crosses the 15. Falls forward to the 17-yard line, and that'll bring on the punting unit. You know, going back to Antonio Cromartie, you know, you certainly don't want to guess as to what happened, but you can usually tell how serious it is by the amount of attention he gets on the sideline and on the field.
And by the body language that the player has when they're going through it, and you can see it doesn't look good as he grabs the towel and puts it over his face.
Jeremy Curley is deep for the punt. Should be able to return this one. Backs him up to about the 21-yard line. Curley, oh, great open field tackle at the 22 by Craig Robertson. 60-yard punt and about a 2-yard return.
When did leaving work on time become an act of courage? It's time to take back our lives. Can an SUV be your escape vehicle? You have no idea. Introducing the all-new, totally redesigned Hyundai Tucson, the official pace car of living.
A better network as explained by J.J. Watt chopping wood in the middle of the forest. Verizon has the largest 4G LTE network. What does that mean? Well, pretend J.J. Watt is your signal. It means even out here, way out here, you'll find your signal working hard. Really, really hard. Because that's what a strong network does. That and play football. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
New this fall, one family, 4 stories. Grandpa got a funeral for his birthday.
There's room in here for you, too.
The single brother got a date.
You know, he's looking at us and he's crying.
With baggage. His sister has to say goodbye.
Made you a sandwich. I just want you to take it in case you need a snack.
And the other brother got his first bundle of joy.
Dad, that's me. I'm Honey.
Life in Pieces, Monday, September 21st.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Cialis. And by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
A very boisterous Jets crowd at the start of the day, quieted by this sight just a minute or so ago of Antonio Cromartie being wheeled off of the field, towel over his head. And as soon as we get an update, we'll pass it along. First down from the Jets 23. Fitzpatrick, quick pass, incomplete, intended for Kellen Davis, the tight end. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You can kind of feel the air go out of the stadium, even though the last possession defensively, the Jets were able to get the stop, and then offensively, the Jets' last possession, they went down and got the touchdown. So the momentum had really changed in the favor of the Jets, and the crowd was reacting that same way. But with the apparent injury to Cromartie and being wheeled into the locker room, it's kind of quieted everybody down here.
You talked about body language. The body language from the Jets on the sideline and from Cromartie himself was not good. 2nd and 10. Bilal Powell trying to find running room and does not. Forward progress just across the 25-yard line. Let's go back and take a look once again.
So here's Cromartie at the top of the screen. He's going to be backpedaling as he's in coverage. He plants his left leg awkwardly, and it looks like it hyperextends or straightens out right there about the 23-yard line. Then you can see the emotion. And I can tell you, having gone through that back in 1999, a lot of that emotion has to do with the realization that your season may ultimately be over. And we're not speculating what the injury may be. I can just reflect on myself. When the injury happened to me, it wasn't so much the pain as what may potentially happen.
Snap got past Fitzpatrick. He's trying to cover it. The scramble for the ball inside the 5-yard line. And apparently, let's see if the Jets have it. They do have it. This looked like a snap that Fitzpatrick wasn't ready for. He wasn't.
He was looking out to his left as the ball came, and I'm not sure how he got that ball back.
He had no right getting that ball back.
I saw him signaling possession, and I was like, there's 4 Browns there, and I don't know how he, somewhere, strange things happen to ball those piles, so he was able to get the football back.
So Ryan Quigley will try to get a punt off from his own end zone. Benjamin at his own 45, the Jet 45, and then cuts it back and hits hard at the 35-yard line by Jamari Lattimore. So great field position for Manziel and the Browns with 5:54 to play in the first half. Saturday, best game from the best conference when the SEC on CBS brings you 6th-ranked Auburn at 14th-ranked LSU from Death Valley. It's an early season showdown that all begins with college football today, live at 3 Eastern time. And Auburn almost didn't make it to the victory line last night, did they?
That was an interesting ball game with Jacksonville State. They got lucky there pulling it out at the end.
Took them to overtime and won it 27-20. So Manziel with great field position at the Jet 35-yard line. Sidearm pass did not click. 2nd and 10. Andrew Hawkins' intended receiver.
And that's going to be the case. Some of that's going to happen because it's just Johnny getting on the same page with the receivers and those guys understanding what he's seeing. And he hasn't had a lot of reps, both in the offseason and in training camp with the amount of time that he's missed. So
the Jets have confirmed what we suspected, that Antonio Cromartie has suffered a knee injury and his return is doubtful. 2nd and 10. Crowell. Down at the 35. Muhammad Wilkerson leading the charge. It'll be 3rd and 10. So the Jet defense gets stiff. Meanwhile, bunch of hurts here today. McCown with a concussion, gone for the day, and then Cromartie. Key players on both sides. And don't forget, Cleveland lost linebacker Scott Solomon to an ankle injury. 3rd and 10. Manziel on the move, had to throw it. Is that caught inside the 25-yard line? My goodness, what a catch by Brian Hartline.
he catches that from his, I was going to say his knees. Watch as he reaches back one-handed.
That's a terrific catch.
And is able to cradle it with his other arm.
Now the fans are wondering if it bounced. Did it?
I don't think it did. I think it went from his right arm. Watch here, his right arm, and it goes to his left arm. But watch, it never hits the ground.
In the rule on the field of a completed catch.
Well, the Jets will challenge that. It looked from afar like he got his arms under it. So Jerome Boger will head over under the hood as we take another look at it.
See the space that's underneath the ball. You can see that forearm staying above the ground. I don't see how there's going to be enough evidence to overturn this. I thought initially Manziel was trying to get the ball to Gary Barnidge, 82, the tight end. And because of the pressure he had, he floated it down the field. I think Revis thought he maybe even was going to have a chance at an interception.
You know, Odell Beckham of the Giants has led the charge in the one-handed catch department. This one was pretty good.
This one's pretty good.
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is confirmed. It's a completed catch. The receiver batted the ball into the air and made the catch prior to going to the ground. First down, Cleveland.
So that will cost the Jets one of their timeouts.
His first timeout.
Each team has 2 remaining with 4:41 to play here in the half.
It's clearly a catch. You can see with his right arm, and I thought it was interesting the way Chad Boger said it. It's confirmed, meaning there was enough evidence to show that it didn't hit the ground, as opposed to just saying the play stands, which mean it was inconclusive and you couldn't tell enough. So that's what the call on the field was. So the fact that he said it was confirmed, they had the angles they believe secured that catch as well.
Manziel throwing back the other way. That's complete. This is Benjamin. Benjamin down the sideline and out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Browns.
Benjamin is a wide receiver coming in from Manziel's left. He comes in motion and just does a return route, so you get to see and set up that screen.
Demario Davis pushed him out. The ball just inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Cleveland. Moving up on 4 minutes to play. This is Crowell. Crowell to the 5. You can see how Cleveland has dominated in time of possession, yet we're all even in the scoreboard.
Time of possession in yards. It goes back to that drive where McCown got hurt. That was a 9-minute drive, and they didn't get any points out of it as the fumble occurred before he got into the end zone.
2nd and goal. Manziel still with the football. On the move. Lobbing. End zone. Caught. Did he come down? inbound. They're going to talk about it. And it did not. That's Andrew Hawkins.
How about the speed and athleticism of Leonard Williams? You can see he secures the catch and both feet are out of bounds. Good concentration, bringing the ball.
Now that left
Clearly
heel
incomplete.
comes out of bounds. So now it's 3rd and goal. Duke Johnson split as a wide receiver, motion on the offensive line, and this looks like this will back the Browns up.
There is no delay of the game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
And when the official in the back of the end zone is the one that's throwing the flag, he's the one that's keeping an eye on the play clock. So as soon as that flag came down, it didn't matter what the other 2 flags were because it was a delay of game.
So still 3rd and goal from 10 yards out. Manziel on the move again, diving, and is down at about the 7-yard line. And that'll bring the field goal unit on. Johnny Manziel doesn't look like he's missed that much time, although maybe timing, but his passes have pretty much been on the money.
Yeah, he's had a couple of miscues, and it was more just a communication thing, and that just comes with getting reps. But he's done a nice job of protecting the football that time there, not forcing the ball on 3rd down, understanding he's in the red zone, in field goal range, just tucking the ball, going up and getting some positive yards.
Travis Kuhn's first career field goal attempt is good. And with 2:46 to play in the first half, it's a 3-point Cleveland lead. This is the NFL on CBS.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
130 yards now.
Bill's got a very tough lie here.
Looks like we have some sort of sea monster in the water hazard here.
I believe that's a kraken, Bruce.
It looks like he's going to go with the 9-iron. That may not be enough club.
Well, he's definitely going to lose a stroke on this hole.
If you're a golf commentator, you whisper. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
This golf course is electric.
Just a reminder for you, coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, JB and the guys for all the latest NFL scores and highlights, and a preview of the season debut of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. All coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. Chris Owusu is deep for the Jets. And taken short inside the 20-yard line by Kellen Davis. And he'll be marked down at about the 27-yard line. Do not miss the season premiere of TV's #1 comedy on its new night, The Big Bang Theory, Monday, September the 21st, right here on CBS. Trent Green on the bass guitar.
When you try and squib kick, it's good not to have if you're the Browns, you don't need a 6'7" tight end to reach up and grab it before it gets to the back.
Was that an attempt to squib, or was that just a bad kick by a first-year kicker?
Yeah, it was both.
Fitzpatrick throws sideline, and there's a grab made by Brandon Marshall. And Marshall good for the first down out to the 39-yard line.
Jets are going to be in somewhat of a hurry up here. There's 2.5 minutes, or just under 2.5 minutes before the half. Still have the 2 timeouts left. They need to get the sustained drive going there.
Joe Hayden was covering Marshall on that play, as he is now, and says he likes covering bigger receivers. Fitzpatrick looking this way, and the low pass is picked off of the grass by Chris Owusu across the 45 to the 46-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here at MetLife Stadium. Browns 10, Jets 7.
Why pause a spontaneous moment to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Let's do fall. Let's turn bright reds, crisp yellows, and plenty of orange into a much cooler yard. Let's do this. Vigoro colored mulch. Get 5 bags for just $10. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Hey, honey.
You did it again.
What?
Yeah, where's the fence?
The fence is missing? What?
Where is it?
Baby, I had to. The fence worked great last week. We got on the Jumbotron. Let's go.
Just bring it back.
We're good. Let's go.
How much do we love football?
Go Cardinals.
You have no idea. Hyundai is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
Hyundai presents the Because Football Moments of the Week.
Baseman! Baseman! Baseman!
Trailing the Patriots in the closing seconds of Super Bowl 49, Seattle's Russell Wilson threw to receiver Ricardo Lockett when New England's Malcolm Butler made the interception that sealed the win and New England's 4th championship. Great moments happen because football. Brought to you by Hyundai.
What if you could remember every experience you've ever had with one pill?
Every time he takes it, he becomes the smartest person in the world.
You're on the verge of a life people can't begin to imagine. You ready to become somebody who matters?
It's not too late to play NFL.com Fantasy. Join Draft and Play from anywhere with the new and improved mobile app. Sign up free at NFL.com/fantasy. 2 minutes to play, each team with 2 timeouts remaining. The Jets at their own 47, 2nd and 2. Fitzpatrick to Powell. Powell with yardage inside the 45 to about the 42 or the 43-yard line. Randy Starks with the tackle.
And you know, as the Browns are frustrated there, they had the defense called, they had the play figured out, and they still weren't able to execute it and stop them for the first down. Minute 40 left now, and still with those 2 timeouts, the Jets are going to a hurry up.
Patrick looking left, hits Brandon Marshall, and Marshall out of bounds at about the 33. 1:25 on the clock. Last 2 minutes of a half or the game was not good for Cleveland a year ago. 2nd and 1. Fitzpatrick looks right, throws right. That's complete inside the 30 once again to Marshall. Were you surprised to hear Joe Hayden say he likes covering receivers bigger than he is?
Well, I think because Joe likes bump and run. He likes to get his hands on receivers. He likes that physical contact, and I think it gives him just from a standpoint of compared to being off and having to backpedal as to getting some physical play.
Outside again and dragged down at the 22-yard line is Powell. And we are under a minute, and Fitzpatrick uses a timeout here to stop the clock with 56 seconds on the clock. So Ryan Fitzpatrick has done well moving the offense today. Here's this matchup, Trent.
Well, and it's big body. That's what Brandon Marshall brings, that 6'4" presence as a receiver. And even though Hayden likes the physical play, he's right there in contact. He's had a couple of completions on this drive where he was right in Brandon Marshall's hip pocket, but because of the size of Marshall, he's able to out-physical him to the ball.
Fitzpatrick 6 for 6 throwing the ball on this drive. 2nd and 5. Looks right, gonna go left for Owusu, incomplete. Covered by Tremont Williams. 3rd and 5, there is Geno Smith. Locker room squabble cost him his starting job, and there's no guarantee he'll get that starting job back.
Todd Bowles made that very clear. He said, listen, if we're winning football games and Ryan Fitzpatrick is playing well, it's his job. Now, he'll have to revisit it if things aren't going well, but right now he doesn't want Ryan Fitzpatrick looking over his shoulder.
3rd and 5. Powell. And Powell with running rule off the right side to about the 15-yard line, and that's a Jet first down. 40 seconds to play in the first half.
And the Jets want to conserve that last time out, so Fitzpatrick's getting him up to the line.
Fitzpatrick in the end zone. Touchdown, Decker.
Decker's lined up in the slot on K'Wan Williams. You see him coming here. He's just going to have a skinny post. Williams thinks he has help from the safety over the top. He thinks he has help from Gibson on the inside. Gibson floats too much to the outside, given that inside lane.
What a slingshot of a throw by Ryan Fitzpatrick. Nick Folk, who has never missed an extra point in regular season.
Okay, watch the route by Eric Decker coming inside here, but keep your eye on the safety. He's going to be the one that Williams thinks he has help on the inside. You can see with that outside leverage, he believes he has help from Gibson on the inside. Accurate throw from Fitzpatrick for the touchdown.
Hi, I'm Randy Moss, and I have DirecTV. And I'm Petite Randy Moss, and I have cable. Only DirecTV's NFL Sunday Ticket lets you watch your favorite team every Sunday, no matter where you live. I just moved here. I can't watch my favorite team. I love that I can watch all my old teams like I'm still back there. And I hate it when they put the Fruity Munch on the top shelf. Don't be like this, me. Get NFL Sunday Ticket, only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
The guys back in the New York studio getting antsy to do the Verizon halftime report. JB and the guys. Scores and highlights and a preview of the season debut of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. All coming up. The Verizon halftime report. 26 seconds on the clock. Return this one either. So this will come out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Manziel and the offense will go to work. In case you haven't heard, who hasn't heard, a new era in late night has begun. Don't miss the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Tomorrow, Stephen has Emily Blunt. Tuesday, Jake Gyllenhaal, only CBS.
.26 seconds and 2 timeouts. A lot of times you'll run a draw or a screen, so you can't pick up some big yards and use a timeout. If not, you can just let it wind down and go to the half.
Manziel will hand it off to Crowell. Crowell across the 25, and the clock will continue to wind at about the 27-yard line. And that looks like it'll be it for the half. The Browns in no rush to get another snap off. And that's the way the first half will wind down, and Joe Thomas's consecutive offensive snap streak continues to roll. We'll talk more about that in the second half. That's the end of our first half, with the Jets leading it by a score of 14-10. We're coming back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, the home of Super Bowl 50.
Follow the journey of undrafted NFL hopefuls.
I'm just ready to get up there and go show what I can do.
Undrafted, a special premiere, Wednesday at 10 on CBS.
Our babies will be smart and beautiful.
Not to mention imaginary.
It's the event, 8 years in the making, and Monday, September 21st. You're invited.
I believe I'm supposed to carry you across the threshold.
You gonna make it?
I'm okay.
The season premiere of The Big Bang Theory, Monday, September 21st.
NCIS Los Angeles. Catch the season premiere, CBS Monday, September